Nice and center. Come on. Sorry, everybody. It's going to take just a second to adjust. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. Oh, this new little toy I have is pretty handy. There we go. All right, and so let's just do a little. Oh, no, didn't like that. What do we got here? Okay, so I could see everybody's messages when they send them in. Oh, and I already got a thumbs up. Oh, I like that. There, I think that's more like it. Now, hopefully this won't get dinged for me having a little bit of atmosphere. I really like these this thing on YouTube that you can have, what do you call it, the sound of rainfall going in the background. It's very, very handy. If you ever have trouble, like during a heat wave, it's pretty nice to have the sound of rain going all the time. Now I'm going to do one more adjustment here. I'm going to try to do that so you can see what's going on. All right. So now this is going to be even easier because I can actually see I have this set up a little differently than normal. Yeah, I'll just put it that way. It's a little understand technology very well. Okay. And here we go. I am the man who has known affliction under the rod of his wrath. Me he drove on in unrelieved darkness. On none but me he brings down his hand again and again without cease. He has worn away my flesh and skin, he has shattered my bones. All around me he has built misery and hardship. He has made me dwell in darkness like those long dead. He has walled me in. Oh no. Obviously we're having some bandwidth problems. Okay. But it's good to know that it will do me. Again. He has walled me in, and I cannot break out. He has weighed me down with chains. When I plead, he shuts there. He has walled in my ways with huge rocks. He has made my paths a maze. He is a lurking bear to me, a lion in hiding. He has forced me off my way and mangled me. He has left me numb. He has bent the shafts of his quiver. I have become a laughing stock to all people, butt of their jibes all day long. He has filled me with bitterness, sated me with wormwood. He has broken my teeth on gravel. He has ground me into the dust. My life was bereft of peace. I forgot what it has. I thought my strength and hope before the Lord. My distress and my misery was wormwood and poison. When I thought of them, I was bowed low. But this do I call to mind, therefore I have hope. The kindness of the Lord has not ended, his mercies are not spent. They are renewed every mortal is your grace. The Lord is my portion, say with full heart, therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good to those who trust in him. To the one who seeks him, it is good to wait patiently till rescue comes from the Lord. It is good for a man when young to bear a yoke. Let him sit alone and be patient when he has laid it upon him. Let him put his mouth to the dust. There may be hope. Let him offer his cheek to the smiter. Let him surfeited with mockery. For the Lord does not reject forever, but first afflicts, then pardons, in his abundant kindness. For he does not willingly bring grief or affliction to man, crushing under his feet all the prisoners of the earth. To deny a man his rights in the presence of the Most High, to wrong a man in his cause, this the Lord does not choose. Whose decree was ever fulfilled unless the Lord willed it? Is it not at the word of the Most High that weal and woe befall? Of what shall a living man complain? Each of his own sins. Let us search and examine our ways and turn back to the Lord. Let us lift up our hearts with our hands to God in heaven. We have transgressed and you have not forgiven. Oh, come on. Come on, be good. You have clothed yourself in anger and pursued us. You have slain without pity. You have screened yourself with a cloud that no prayer mass through. You have made us filth and refuse in the midst of the peaks. All our enemies loudly rail against us. Panic and pitfall are our lot, death and destruction. My eyes shed streams of water over the ruin of my poor people. My eyes shall flow without cease, without respite, until the Lord looks down and beholds from heaven. My eyes have brought me grief over all the maidens of my city. My foes have snared me like a bird without any cause. They have ended in a pit and cast stones at me. Waters flowed over my head. I said, I am lost. I have called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. Hear my plea. Do not shut your ear to my groan, to my cry. You have ever drawn nigh when I called you. You said, do not fear. You championed my cause, O Lord. You have redeemed my life. You have seen, O Lord, the wrong done to me. O vindicate my right. You have seen all their malice, all their designs against me. You have heard, O Lord, their taunts, all their designs against me, the mouthings and pratings of my adversaries against me all day long. See how at their ease work I am of their jibes. Give them, O Lord, their deserts according to their deeds. Give them anguish of heart, your curse be upon them. O pursue them in wrath and destroy them from under the heavens of the Lord. Lamentation chapter 4. Alas, the gold is dulled, debased the finest gold. The sacred gems are spilled at every corner. The precious children of Zion, once valued as gold, alas, they are accounted as earthen pots, work of a potter's hands. Even jackals offer the breast and suckle their young, but my poor people has turned cruel, like ostriches of the desert. The tongue of the suckling cleaves to the palate for thirst. Little children beg for bread and give them a morsel. Those who feasted on dainties lie famished in the streets. Those who were reared in purple have embraced refuse heaps. The guilt of my poor people exceeded the iniquity of Sodom, which was overthrown in a moment without a hand striking it. Her elect were purer than snow, whiter than milk. Their limbs were ruddier than coral. Their bodies were like sapphire. Now their faces are blacker than soot. They are not recognized in the streets. Their skin off were the slain of the sword than those slain by famine, who pined away as though wounded for lack of the fruits of the field with their own hands. Tender-hearted women have cooked their children. Such became their fare in the disaster of my poor. The Lord vented all, poured out his kings of the earth did not believe, nor any of the inhabitants of the world, that foe or adversary could enter the gates of Jerusalem. It was for the sins of her prophets, the iniquities of her priests, who had shed in her midst the blood of the just. They wandered blindly through the streets, defiled with blood, so that no one was able to touch their garments. Away, unclean people shouted at them, away, away, touch not. So they wandered and wandered again, for the nations had resolved, they shall stay here no longer. The Lord's countenance has turned away from them. He will look on them no more. They showed no regard for priests, no favor to elders. Even now our eyes pine away in vain for deliverance, as we waited, still wait, for a nation that cannot help. Our steps were checked, we walk our squares. Our doom is near, our days are done. Alas, our doom in the sky, they chased us of our life. The Lord's anointed was had thought to live among the nations. Pardon. Rejoice and exult, fair Edom. Your iniquity, fair Zion, is expiated. He will exile you no longer. Your iniquity, fair Edom, he will note. He will uncover your sins. And with that, that's Lamentations, chapters 3 and 4. From the Jewish Study Bible, Tanakh translation. I'm glad you all joined me. If you enjoy this content, make sure to share it with friends. The live streams will stay up in public. And remember that the invite to the Discord, I have made sure to now post a very large portion of my past videos with, they are now unlisted, and I will actually do future ones that will be a little less spicy. Those you'll see publicly. Anything spicy will be unlisted and then posted in the Discord, but I have years of stuff that I am now putting into the Discord so everybody can see it. And remember, the link that below the description is always a permanent link. So if you have any friend you want to join the Discord, if you like what I do, and then also this, I think, will make it easier for me to basically kind of a bit more involved in the Discord. Wait a second. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. So, boy, I'm technologies. Look at that. Look at that. There I am. So, yeah. So if you have any friends who you want to join in on the Discord, tell them about the link. It'll always be here in, underneath the live streams. Anything that I post publicly, I'll usually put the permanent link there. I know that, yeah, right? I keep wondering if every once in a while somebody mentions me, if Sharp knows that I exist and is kind of like, who is this guy? Yeah, he's got a much better setup than I do. Yes, indeed. My little mini computer. Actually, just so you guys can see, this is what I'm dealing with the computer. Let's see this. I'm hoping this won't fall over. No, that's not it. There. So it's one of the things that actually was designed to why I'm always worried about if I try to run too much stuff or run anything too complicated, that it just doesn't really have a video card, or it's I forget. I should know this, but I don't. It's an embedded video, so it's not like its own card, but I'm forgetting the term for it. So anyway, that's why one of the Amazon wish link things is goes to audio equipment and I think some other equipment thing, and so I put like one of those video capture cards in there. Now somebody had mentioned about a kettlebell video. I'm gonna have to post it tomorrow. What that one? That is a from the Jewish Publications Society, Jewish Study Bible, Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim, rather than the KJV. We'll see. I just wasn't very familiar with the KJV, and so people had said, well, because of the way that's translated, there's actually terminology in there that it was basically during the time I was learning more about the Old and New Testament, just kind of like what is all this about? Let me finally know more. And that's not that long ago. There was a rabbi I was listening to, and he's like, if you want to know more about it, you need a Jewish learning Bible. People who speak Hebrew have taken more time to put it into English terms. So just want to put that out there. The kettlebell video, give me till tomorrow, because it's just I got kind of behind on things. I had to take a certification for when you serve alcohol or you do food service in this state. There's certain certification tests you have to do, and so I just fell a little behind. So see you guys tomorrow, God willing. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Hope you all state and long live our republic.